none of us have the resources that we truly need. So we have to rely on each other to enforce the criminal laws here in the state. It seems to me that state and local law enforcement has always worked very well with federal law enforcement here in the state of West Virginia, and that's just getting better. We all recognize that we have similar missions, and yes, especially since the terrorism threat has reared its ugly head, we have had to work better, more hand in glove than we ever have before. And there is a greater devotion to that as well. Our state and local partners are amazing in their abilities to leverage the resources that they have. And I rely on our state and local partners because they are closest to the communities affected by crime problems. And for instance, in Huntington, there was a significant crime problem that we had in a particular pocket of Huntington. The chief of police identified it. It really wasn't any secret, but he reached out and said, "Hey, is there something that the federal government can do to help us?" So we started with a weed and seed grant that's designed to devote certain resources, not only to weed out the bad element, but also seed new development. And it worked to a point. But what the police chief was still seeing is open-air drug markets, pockets of criminal activity that were affecting the community's livability. So we addressed that very aggressively on one side, but we also included the community on the other side. And as a result of that drug market intervention, we've seen drug crime fall by 60%, violent crime by 80%, and all other crime by 40% in that area. And that's not just due to aggressive law enforcement. You can't achieve those sorts of gains without the commitment, without the engagement of the community. And that's what I'm talking about when I say, we have to all work together and choose places where our resources are going to be needed and do the most good.